Simon, Emma, Rebecca,
the
Paul.
mirror room, of course.
They're all gonna be like, yeah. How did you know?
Some of them are gonna be like, it's fucking awesome. Then other ones are gonna be like, it's fucking weird.
Ask you a couple more things, please. Do you know about the mirror room at Atlas?
Mirror room. No, I heard about it, but I think it was only for the students later on in the course. Something like that.
What about the mirror room? Thinks mirror room uses later in the course.
That's all
See
for the
what
moment.
Simon
Thank you.
has to say, because he's gonna be like, yeah, it's great, I love it, so introspective.
Do you know
awesome.
about the mirror room at Atlas?
I liked
Yeah.
the mirror room before it was cool.
Well, it's mainly for the auto-hypnosis module. You go in and you stare into the mirror and you go into a trance. Then when you're ready, you come back out.
So you just go in whenever you want to?
Oh, no. There's certain times when you're allowed in, and only they know the combinations anyway, so you can't really get in.
You don't know the combination?
No.
Says he doesn't know the combination, but it's on the business card.
Aha.
So you didn't know the combination to the locked mirror room?
Nope.
Except you'd written it down, hadn't you? This is the combination to the mirror room, Simon, that you wrote. It isn't a pin, it's a combination.
Yeah.
You see, this sort of thing makes me suspicious, Simon. What were you doing in there that you didn't want anyone, including me, to find out?
It's just part of the course, isn't it? I just wanted to go in there when I was ready.
On your own? You didn't give the number to anyone else?
No.
Simon, there was morphine kept in that room that might have played a part in Kate Vine's death.
I wish you keep
Did
morphine in
Kate
that room.
have the number?
Yes, okay. We both went in.
Together?
We were trying to outdo each other. We both tried to morph in.
What do you mean trying to outdo each other?
It's part of the course. To see how far you can push yourself. To see if you could do something you wouldn't normally do.
When was this?
A few months ago.
How often did you try it?
Only that once. I'd never do it again.
How about Kate?
I don't know. Sorry.
So what if Kate's death really was an accident? But then it's like, who killed Liam?
So
you know?
that's
Yeah.
how Kate got the morphine. But what exactly does this testing involve? Could this have been what killed Kate? 11 o'clock. Just an hour left to solve this thing.
What if it was like technically an accident, but they've been like totally messing with these students' heads so much that it leads them to kill themselves?
Possible. It's possible that she killed herself. Possible also that she ended up dying and they tried to make it look like an accident because she was drinking and took morphine.
Yeah, that's pretty
She was
serious.
like really drunk and took morphine.
I really feel like
I want to say that I know of a drug interaction there because I feel like that's very dangerous. And not just in that way that they tell you like, well, it's dangerous. Like, no, there's actually like,
serious shit.
yeah.
It's like, I have a feeling that they didn't, like, they'll be like, I didn't kill her, she did it on her own, but they, like, put her in a weird room and they're like, kill yourself, do it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they're like, but she did it on her own, she chose to, we're allowed to say whatever we want, but she, like, it was, like, a weird thing where they, like, go up and they try to make them do it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, so they might have, like, brainwashed her into it, and then she ended up dying because she was pushing herself, and then they, like, disposed of the body to make it look like an accident, you know?
It just seems super convenient that, like, every person that they ends up killing them starts drinking and is also, like, doing other stuff, I assume.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, maybe they were, like, coercing them to start doing that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And to make them more susceptible to being hypnotized, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because these were all like strong-headed, smart people, and then maybe they were like in all cults, really smart and talented people sometimes get wrapped up into them, and they like use these tactics to grind you down.
And they said that they were both always strong and confident, and yet they would always like that they would be drunk. So maybe the reason Liam was drunk is because they said you can't do self-hypnosis unless you're open to it and willing. So maybe he was
being drugged, or
no, maybe he like got drunk like at the course so that he could like quote unquote free his mind. You know what I mean?
I just have a feeling that like Rebecca would be like, here, have some drinks, here, have some drinks. Now go to my husband's seminar, and then get more like fucked up in the head by the things he says, and so it's just more and more and more. It's like it's like it's like they're getting at him at every angle. You know what I mean? Because Liam used to hang out at the pub.
Yeah.
And Kate hangs out at the pub. So, like, Rebecca would be like, oh, here, have some drinks, blah, 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 blah. Now go to the seminar and then get all messed up from the seminar.
Yeah. Not trying to poke holes in your theory, but it also is normal for people to, like, socialize at bars.
Oh, yeah, it is. But I'm just saying...
without drinking all the time.
In the context of this, Rebecca seems to be like, oh, I'm part of this. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm really smart, too.
Also, it's weird that she's like, oh, I don't drink or use any drugs, but I own a bar.
Yeah.
Doesn't that seem a little strange?
Yeah, it does. Like, they all seem to really hate drugs and stuff. And
although, my hairstylist is bald, so...
Yeah, okay.
I'm not saying that those two things are the same, but...
Haven't searched the woods for a while. You also have things you haven't asked Rebecca and Paul about?
Let's do the woods first.
Because that's spooky?
No, because that way if we find a piece of evidence, we can ask them about it.
It's gonna be another, like, guy just sitting alone. Like,
rather than asking twice, you know? Oh, we should use our flashlight. Right?
Sure. Our torch.
Our torch, yes.
No, there's no reason. We can still see okay. It's him! Or her.
Just keep pushing.
Oh my god!
Pushing.
What are you doing?
Keep pushing. You can push it all the way in, Tom, if you want to.
Oh!
Excellent, Tom.
Excuse me. Would someone care to tell me exactly what's going on here?
Don't come any closer.
That man needs a doctor.
No, he doesn't.
I don't need a doctor. I'm fine. Go away.
What is this?
A test.
Of what?
What does it look like? It's a threshold test. A pain threshold test. I thought, you were supposed to be good at working things out. Inspector Jenks.
And so this would be for Atlas, would it? Kyle?
You disappear now.
It's not a good idea to talk to a police inspector like that.
Do you want me to make you?
It's okay, Tom. Mr. Jenks won't be bothering us anymore.
Don't make any rash commitments.
Everyone drops everything.
Everyone drops their keys everywhere.
Well. You really should take more care of your things, Ryan. Is your keys, Kyle?
No.
So that's threshold testing, is it? Sticking a skewer through your hand? I could just ask Ryan or Paul directly about this, but I think I'll bide my time. See what I can do with this key fob first.
Where's the car again?
Paul, Ryan, Rand. And then you go behind the house. This is great. great.
We're just gonna take his car then, or... Oh, wait, no. Okay, we're in England. Forgot.
Bingo. Well, Ryan, what have you been up to? Be very interesting to see how he explains this one.
What, he's giving her
I
money?
love how nobody's asking how he gets these things.
No, he's an inspector. Wow, he's closed that very nicely.
I'm an inspector. I don't need a warrant to search your car. I'm just gonna steal your keys and do it.
Oh,
We're already there.
okay. Gosh, I'm a dummy. So we're on 11 p.m., so this game goes to 12.
Just
so
a few more
15.
questions, if you don't mind. Now, why do you think Ryan might want to give Kate a cheque for £500?
I've really no idea. Where did you find it?
Just outside.
You better ask him.
You think Ryan was interested romantically in Kate?
I know he has a weakness for blondes, but I didn't think it had gone so far as his offering them cash.
Kate
Kate's a
has
brunette.
brown hair, so what?
Knows Ryan was interested in blondes, though. Well, that's not true because both Kate and Emma had brown hair.
I think it just might be one of those things.
And his wife has brown hair. They all have brown hair.
Maybe it just shows that he's like, I don't know.
I have a type that I don't pursue.
Can you tell me about the room with the mirrors at Atlas? The one with the combination lock?
How did you get in there?
I was given the code for the combination.
By Ryan?
Well, nobody else is allowed to know the code, are they?
And not in theory.
So how's the room used on the course, then?
It's a meditation room where the students can reflect on themselves, literally.
And what about the CD?
That helps too, it's part of the program.
So you send the students into the room, they put the CD on, they stare into the mirrors. And how long does this last for?
Until the CD finishes or they fall asleep. What else would you like to know?
So they're in there for like 45 minutes?
Yeah, that sounds like
That's
weird.
a long time.
Being in a crazy mirror room, yeah.
Yeah.
And what do you know about Simon's laptop being stolen from Atlas?
No, I wasn't happy about it.
What did you do about it?
Ryan paid a con man to install a complicated CCTV system. At twice the price that it would probably have cost. Seemed to do the trick, though. We haven't had a theft since.
Okay.
Do you know who this is? Dean Hayfield, Aztec.
Sorry, never heard of him. We have some prisoner of the sort who does our IT. Large guy. No manners.
Alright. AJ, you're gonna need to be quiet.
Seen
okay?
this before anywhere?
No.
Alright.
Be back later on, if that's okay.
Ooh, let's go tell Rebecca. To see if she gets mad or she just gets smug about it.
Yeah. Hey, he was giving Kate money. You mad? You mad, bro?
And if she goes like that weird smug look again, you're gonna be like, oh, so you're like one of those couples.
Yeah.
Where it's like, yeah, go to her. And
Ask
tell
about a
me
few more things,
it.
please.
Yeah. Better not.
I would so ask so hard. I would ask as hard as I could. I'd be like, what do you think this means?
What about the mirror room? Did we ask her about that?
Oh, yeah. Let's see what she
Do you know anything about a locked room at Atlas with mirrors in it?
Not off the top of my head, no. I think that's a question for Ryan.
Okay, that's it for now. Thank you.
He's just trying to get licks from you, isn't he?
Yeah,
He's
big
trying
time.
Blow on his nose and he'll... If he tries to lick you, just blow at him and he'll stop.
Okay.
Wonder what James is up to.
Oh, yeah. What is James up to?
Yeah, he's been like, no.
Oh, it's this now?
Yes! My new Dungeons and Dragons set came in.
Yeah!
Just what it looks like to me.
So cool!
My new spell books are in.
It's gonna be awesome!
Yeah, it doesn't seem that, like, suspect to me. He's, like, picking up his Amazon order or something.
Yeah.
My new order.
Couple more questions, if that's okay.
So nothing. We're just gonna look at him being sketched. Okay.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
Hi, AJ. AJ's the dog.
Yes, AJ is the dog, in case you guys are wondering who we're talking to.
Who's like this weird person.
Who's trying to lick me. Nope, it's an actual person.
It's a human.
Yep. Where did James put those boxes? Oh. Yeah, we can't. Wait, we can go look in the greenhouse and see where he put the boxes.
Let's ask what's his face first because we're already here.
Yes.
A few more questions, please.
What's this about?
Yeah, what's this?
Would you like to explain what this is, please, Ryan? £500 intended for Kate. It fell out of your car. At least I assume that's your car on the driveway at Brandon House.
I suppose so.
So why were you going to give Kate £500, Ryan?
It was just a little incentive, that's all. Just a little incentive.
Not very little, Ryan. £500.
She was a very good student. We heard that she was leaving. We wanted to give her something.
But you didn't.
Well, obviously not.
Are you sure there wasn't any other reason you might want to give her this? Personal reason?
No!
Well, I'd like to keep hold of this for a little while, if you don't mind.
Well, don't consider it a bribe, will you, Inspector?
I heard Kate wanted to leave Atlas. But she seemed happy and her usual self, right? Doesn't he say that?
I don't know. I don't understand.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
You probably need to go look at those boxes. Go call the chief. See? Let's go look at the boxes first. I know there's gonna be Dungeons and Dragons in that box. We're gonna be like, what's in here? Drugs? No.
What is this?
20-sided dice. Like,
Hey, the last time we thought it was drugs, it actually was drugs. So,
yeah, that's true. Drugs?
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 No, we can't use the flashlight, huh? Go further up.
Man, this guy's outfit is intense. Like his shoes with the little curly ups.
Here we go. There.
Oh. Clanks?
Clark's, that's
Clark's.
shoes.
Oh.
It's a shoebox.
Look.
So
drug-
James is
Oh my
interested
God.
in poppy pods, is he? I think he's got some
Oh,
explaining to do.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's how you make morphine.
Yeah, you told me that. You would need a lot more than that to even make a suitable amount, though, right? Okay, never mind.
I mean, it all depends. You need a substantial amount, but we don't know how much he had there, you know?
Well, if he has the poppies themselves, he doesn't... Do they use the seeds or everything?
I'm not sure if you can use the rest of it. I know that for the seeds, for sure.
Have them in there. But you had to use... Never mind. Oops, I went the wrong way. Sorry.
So we need to go say, excuse me.
Why, what's going on
Excuse me.
here? So these are
ask
probably
you a
not
couple
even
more things,
prescription
please.
morphine.
What?
There's probably not even prescription morphine. They're probably getting it from him.
Oh, that's possible, yeah.
And they're
What
trying
can
to
you
make it
tell
look
me
legit.
about several boxes of dried poppy pods in the greenhouse back there?
Feel free to take some if you want.
What are they for, James?
Decoration? Why?
Decoration.
That was a
There's
bribe.
a big market for them among the over 70s.
So what are you doing with them?
Selling them to grannies.
Okay, James, let's just cut to the chase. Are you extracting opium from them?
Me? I can honestly say I've never done anything like that, Inspector.
Sure about that.
Scout's honour.
And who was the guy delivering them?
A friend. Someone gave them to him. He asked me if I wanted them. I said I'd have a look and see if I liked them.
You just thought you'd have a look? No particular reason?
I'm a plant scientist, that's what I do.
Have you ever sold them to anyone else?
I only got them a few minutes ago.
In the past. You know Kate's body had opium in the blood when it was found?
No, I didn't. Hey, that's nothing to do with me.
Let's hope not.
That's all for the moment, thank you.
So, I don't know if... So the prescriptions are probably like actual morphine pills, but maybe somebody else who had gotten it, maybe like Liam or something, had gotten into the pods. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, they might be two different things.
To make it look like he's a butt.
Yeah.
Got something interesting, gents?
Very much so, sir. An interesting discovery in Ryan's car. A cheque for £500 from Ryan made out to Kate.
Blimey, how does he explain that?
He said it was an incentive. Apparently he'd heard she was thinking of leaving the course.
What made her so special that they were willing to pay her to stay?
Just a good student, I suppose.
Nah, doesn't add up. £500 is a lot more than an incentive, Jex. You can buy questions in Parliament for that kind of money. Sounds pretty desperate. Keep on her, Ryan, about it. Oh, and get yourself another drink.
Another drink. Thanks, Chief.
I'm having one. Bye.
So I think we probably, have to talk to everybody except James, basically.
Great. Man, for a second I was like, one day I'll have a window like that, and then you'll come over and be like, why are there buttholes on your door?
A few
And
more
I'm like,
questions,
damn it.
if you don't mind.
I have this piece of art in my living room, and I'm like, God, I love this. Stacy comes in, that looks like nipples. And I was like,
It does look like nipples.
well,
That wasn't...
it didn't look like nipples before, but now all I see
Do you know what
is
it looks
nipples.
like? It looks like somebody skinned a bunch of nipples off of like an actual person and then somehow like made them into like different... Okay, well...
Now you guys know why I like it so much, because it looks like I'm a cannibal.
Yep.
It's weird.
Yeah,
It's actually-
that was the first thing I thought when I saw it, and I was like, huh.
It's a 3-dimensional metal piece made by like some artist, and my dad hated it, and I was like, Dad, can I have it? And he's like,
It looks cool, but it looks like skinned nipples.
well, it does fit my personality, so...
Exactly, which is why I thought that you thought that too.
Well, no, that is not. I thought, wow, what a pretty piece of art.
What do you know about poppy pods?
Go on.
Ever come across anyone trying to sell them or anything like that? Maybe even in here?
Not that I remember.
Okay, that's it. God, I want to ask her about that so bad.
Just to be like, what the fuck's going on?
Wait,
What? What?
I thought since you grew up on a farm or whatever, she'd be like, I know all about it.
Oh, I don't know. Does she mention... Go to the packet of dried leaves one.
Never mind.
Be back later on, if that's okay.
So,
A few more questions, if you don't mind.
What do you know about drugs? Nothing! Drugs! I hate them!
Drugs?
Strange question. Have you ever known of anyone selling dried poppy pods?
Poppy pods? Don't think so. Isn't that opium?
Kind of. It's okay.
She's like, what?
Thank you. Probably be
he's
back
like-
later.
He just seems so chipper and cheerful.
I think he just doesn't...
He's like, it's opium!
Odd question, but have you ever seen anyone handling dried poppy pods?
Poppy pods? As in, for opium? No. Though James did have opium tea once, I think.
Where did he get it from?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't ask. James does his own thing.
What does opium tea taste like?
I don't know. I didn't try it.
Really?
I didn't want to risk it, did I? But I went to hospital once. I had codeine and I went into anaphylactic shock. The doctor said it was an opium derivative, apparently, so...
Wait. That doesn't make any sense.
So he took
codeine.
He's allergic to opiates, but he took the morphine?
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
Let's call him out on that.
Allergic to opiates, but took,
Aha.
You and Kate took morphine in the mirror room. That's what you said, isn't it?
Yeah.
But you're allergic to opiates, Simon. Opium. You didn't take the morphine at all, did you?
Well, no, I didn't. Kate did, though.
I thought you were trying to outdo each other. That was the point, wasn't it?
We weren't trying to outdo each other as such.
Go on.
Ryan wanted me to test Kate. To see how far she would go to be prime candidate.
What?
What candidate?
Boy.
Prime candidate. It means the best person in the group, basically.
What do you mean test her?
But you do it in pairs. One person's the tester, it's me. And the other person's the...
Victim?
Well, it's not like that. It's completely consensual. It's just boundary testing. Ryan wanted me to test Kate.
Because they thought she was the best student.
Well, maybe. I don't know. I just did what I was told, okay?
Except you decided to give her morphine. To break the law.
Well, I can't change that now, can I? She didn't die of a morphine overdose, did she?
She died because she drowned. But she drowned for reasons that aren't clear.
Atlas seemed to have this all neatly worked out. If Simon's telling the truth, Atlas are lighting the fuse and then retiring to a safe distance, letting students test themselves and push themselves to their limits while avoiding all comeback. Is this what happened to Kate?
I was gonna say, go to Emma.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Ooh, blah, blah.
Oh boy.
Woo!
Couple more questions, if that's okay.
Hour 6 of recording.
Do you know what a prime candidate is at Atlas?
Yes, it's what every student wants to be. It's the best student. Apparently you get a great high-paid job afterwards. I don't think that really happens, though.
Did you know anyone in the running to be prime candidate?
What, like Simon? I don't think they picked Simon, to be honest. Well, he's got too many morals, and you can't have both at Atlas.
I don't think you know Simon as well as you think you do.
That's it for the time being, thank you.
You don't have to pause for it when...
I think what she's trying to say is that he wouldn't do anything like that would, because I feel like to be prime candidate, you have to be wild like Kate and like take morphine and like do like crazy stuff to like impress Ryan essentially. And even though Simon isn't like particularly great, I don't know. He doesn't strike me as like a super wild guy.
A few more questions, please. Thank you.
Now, tell me what a prime candidate is.
You're learning a lot, aren't you, Inspector? Prime candidates are simply the best students, the ones with the most potential.
And what benefits do they get from that?
Well, they get the top job.
Which is?
Well, we have a deal with various multinationals. We train students to be exceptional, truly exceptional. And they get a wonderful top job. It seems a very simple deal.
And how do you decide who the prime candidate is? Do you test students?
No.
Did you ever, say, ask Simon to test Kate, for instance?
Oh, you've actually been speaking to Simon, haven't you? I really wouldn't trust anything that Simon Thompson says. You know, he spent the best part of 2 months trying to undermine Kate. No. Now, Simon Thompson, it really isn't my place to speculate, but if you're looking for motives, Inspector, he certainly had a few motives. More than I.
A motive to kill her, do you mean?
Now, that's very interesting, Inspector. Well, that's up to you to decide.
Maybe he got her drunk, had her do the morphine, right? Wait, and then he's like, oh, like do something crazy, like swim across the lake.
Do you think
And then
Simon
she
did it to
drowned.
the last person too?
No, I'm just saying.
No, that could happen. But I feel like that guy's trying to be like, oh no, it's Simon. And I'm like, no, it's you guys.
Well,
Know anything
sorry.
about poppy pods? Come across anyone selling them or anything?
Poppy pods. Well, don't tell anyone, Inspector, but I hear that you can make opium out of those. Why do you ask?
Doesn't matter.
No, I'm not saying that, like, that means it's entirely Simon's fault. I'm saying that they basically drive them,
yeah.
they set everything up, and then, like, they basically let the students, like, do crazy shit to each other. You know what I mean?
Like how he said, but like you're being more specific, getting the deets down.
Getting the deets. Where it's like when Jenks was like,
Thank
oh,
you.
they
Probably be back later.
set everything up and then, like, set the match, essentially.
Mm-hmm. So they probably set them up with the people who are most likely to get the most messed up.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go call the chief and talk to those last two people.
Jenks, tell me what you know first, but this time I've got something to tell you.
Really? Well, what I found out is that Simon was asked by Ryan to test Kate to see if she was good enough to become prime candidate.
Prime what?
Prime candidate. It's the best of the bunch. The best Atlas student. The prime candidate gets an instant job on a fantastic salary as soon as they leave the course.
And how do they work out who's the best of the bunch?
That's what I'm trying to work out.
Well, that's very interesting. I'll tell you what I know, shall I? That name they used to trade under, Third Eye. Turns out they were investigated 3 years ago over an allegation of physical abuse. Torture, Jenks. Witness had puncture marks through both her hands.
And Atlas weren't charged?
There was nothing to charge them with. The witness inflicted the wounds herself. Witness said it was something called threshold testing, whatever that means. Go figure, as they say in America.
Can I ask the Rands about this?
Well, there's no point. They won't tell you anything, and it'll just put them on the defensive. Just keep chipping away at them. Try and find out what this testing involves. That's the best thing. Get something on them, and you'll be in a better position.
Right. Thank you, Chief.
Nearly there, Jenks.
Go figure, as they say in America. Yes, that is something we say.
Ask you a couple more things, please.
What are prime candidates?
The best of the bunch. The peaches.
And so what does it mean to be a prime candidate?
Success. We have a special relationship with many major international companies. We provide them with our best students. And they get an instant job.
And what do you get out of it?
Oh, it's a little kickback. It's just business, Inspector.
So he was kind of right. You know, James was kind of a little bit right.
Yeah.
You know, James,
They create, like, corporate slaves, man. They messed up their minds.
And they're worth millions of dollars. I was like, I didn't believe James. I was like, okay, James, I believe the first part, but then after that I'm like, okay.
Well, because we think of slaves as, like, physical.
Yeah, I thought he was talking about slaves, but they really do create slaves. I was like, wow, James. I was wrong, James. And I apologize. You were right all along.
Yeah, because I think we think of it in terms of, like, sexual slaves or slaves that do, like, labor.
Thank you.
But yeah, I'm sorry, James. I'm sorry for thinking that you were too out there. You were right on track.
James is like, you're a slave to the machine, man.
Seriously,
Slave to the system.
I feel bad because I should have believed
And we
James.
thought he was a wacko.
No, because, like, I was like, oh, I understand the first part, and I'm like, okay, but, like, the rest of it, I guess
then
I'm
it kind of goes into, like, conspiracy theory a little bit, right?
But then he ended up being 100% correct.
Yeah.
Like, down to each detail. Wow, okay. So they brainwash people, and the best one gets sent to an agent, really top-notch company.
Quote unquote.
They just turn him into a ruthless, like, CEO, basically.
If that's even, like, that could all be a euphemism.
But I can imagine somebody who gains all those really strong manipulative skills would be desirable in a top position at a company.
They probably make them manipulative, but also malleable.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, they make them susceptible to, like, think about it. If they brainwash these people
into perfect soldier for CEO warfare.
Yeah, but then that way, like, whoever is quote-unquote put in charge of them, like, they would just know exactly the things to say and, like, how to treat them so that they can make them do whatever they want.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then maybe you get a board of directors that's like, we need to put a CEO in charge who's
I'm
gonna
ready for the TV show of that.
Yes.
Hey, girl.
Just a few more questions, if you don't mind.
Man, she must be so sick of us.
I know.
What if she was a prime candidate?
It's possible. Oh my god.
Yeah. What if she was a former prime candidate?
Yeah.
Do you know what a prime candidate is?
At Atlas, it's the best student.
And what does that mean?
It means they get a guaranteed job with a very good salary. Well, that's the idea anyway.
But?
Mostly they aren't up to it.
What happens then?
They get sacked.
Really?
I have a really strong feeling that she was a prime candidate of another cycle.
Oh, weird.
But you're getting that
It's
feeling
possible.
too now,
Yeah.
right? Like, oh no.
Because
how did he get that super hot, like, powerful lady, and then she's off at the bar, doesn't drink, but she somehow, like, ends up, like, drugging all these people, I assume. But, like, being like...
One might assume.
But you know what I mean? Like, she has to, like, fit into the puzzle somewhere because she's always at the bar, at the place where all the people went before they killed themselves, and they turned into drunks. They weren't always drunks.
Yeah.
Be back later on, if that's okay.
And she's, like, as you said, really smart and, like, all that stuff, but perfectly malleable.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
If that's not it, ours version is better.
Yes. We do this all the time with each other. We, like, make up a version for something, and it ends up not being true, and then we're like, yeah, our version would have been better, though.
But it always is better.
Yeah.
Like, duh.
We shoot for the moon with our expectations. Is Ryan the only person we have to talk to?
Oh.
Oh. Oops.
Ask about a few more things, please. What do you know about poppy pods?
Poppy pod?
Ever come across anyone selling them, using them?
No.
That was... Okay.
Whenever he looks at you
that's
like
it for now.
that, he's
Thank
like,
you.
that's really stupid.
Yeah. It makes me feel bad talking to him. And I know that that's kind of the point,
But his tell is so strong because every time you ask him something that's important, he actually engages with you.
Mm-hmm.
And every time you ask him something like not important, he's like, "That's stupid." So obviously you're stupid.
So you're the stupid one for letting me know what's important.